From London, this is Strictly It Takes Two. Please welcome your host, Zoe Ball.
Welcome to It Takes Two. Now, Tuesdays don't get better than this. Coming up, Melvin and Jeanette will be giving us another Cha-Cha Chart rundown. And this time, it's a faceography special, so you can expect trout pounce galore. Plus, we'll be playing the hits when we reveal this weekend's music in Choose on Tuesday. But first, let's meet tonight's guests. They survived their first dance-off. Claudia and AJ are here! Thank goodness! And they're joined by the grande dame of dance, Karen Hardy, the royal wave. And don't get too comfortable, get yourself over here, because first up tonight, it's Choreography Corner. Oh, Karen Hardy, everyone. You are the queen. What an incredible weekend in the Tower Ballroom. Didn't our celebrities do us proud, Karen?
I loved it. I can imagine it all. For how I see it, it's like coming around the last bend of the 800 metres and you can see that finishing line. And I just felt the professionals running towards it with great choreography, their enthusiasm, their teamwork, and the celebrities keeping up. You know, everything the professionals asked, the celebrities kept up with them. And I absolutely loved the show.
I loved that opening number, one. It just got better and better. It made me cry, actually. We're going to start with Claudia and AJ. Found themselves in the dance-off and they got 9s across the board. The judges picked up on a little mistake. Nothing gets by you. I didn't see a mistake.
I know. Do you know, something like a jive, it's fast, it's flicky. Maybe people at home didn't quite see it either, but we must point it out because obviously as we go through this competition now, amazing bit of work there. She opened the show. There was a lot of pressure on her, but here, overturns it, misses the step, and then catches the wrong hand, and then it's going the wrong way. Can you see it's going on and on and on? But this is what I love.
Great.
Bosh, she pulls it back again. She's there. She brings it back to life again. Now, what I loved about her when she got in that dance-off, unfortunately being down there, there was that Olympic grit. Did you feel it? That real, I've got to do it right. I could feel all her trainers saying to her, deliver, deliver, deliver. She came up musically, she's got to be careful. I felt she lost a 1 or 2, a 1 or 2. She was just step, 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 step.
Okay.
But still a little whippersnapper, a lot of talent.
Incredible.
Yes.
Well done to her. Louise and Kevin. Now, Kev always impresses with his passos in the Tower Ballroom as well. So good. But Louise, I mean, she was phenomenal, wasn't she? And Craig was loving all the flamenco stuff. I mean, she really had to bring it with this routine.
It was everything I've wanted. And let's pick up on the flamenco part I think it was talking about. The music's building up here, the relationship with the dancers in the background, her energy. OK, she's still got a little smile on there, but look at how she's using her skirt and the conviction of what she's doing. The layering that we're seeing now. I often talk about this now. It's like, you know, painting a Monet. How can that be difficult? Field, flowers, bridge. It's the skill that's behind it, the hidden messages. The layering in that was incredible. It just made us go, this was fantastic.
That's it. Well done. Compared to a Monet, Louise. OK, Ore and Joanne, again, great showmanship from Ore out there. He just owned the floor, didn't he? And the longest-lasting fleckle ever seen to the human eye. How long is too long with a fleckle, or can they never be long enough?
This is a competition and I love it. If we're in an open competition and you go into the centre of the ring and your rival comes in with you, you're going around and you don't want to go out before they go out, so you hold that fleckle. What I loved about this, it was the same gamble. They're telling us it's a competition. I'm not going to just do my normal amount. We're going to stay and we're going to stay and we're going to stay longer. But what we're going to see now as we home in, it was a gamble. It's going to go back down. We've slowed it at the expense of the hold, the body, the neck, everything. However, to take the gambles now is what this game is all about. You don't want to be the nice guy sitting at home. It gives enthusiasm, it gives energy, and it gives you that rush to get to that finishing line. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
Well done to Ori and Joanne. Judge Rinda and Oksana and their spicy salsa. The term booty was branded around quite a lot by the judges. Where did this dance rank on your booty chart?
The booty chart has got to be a whopping 10, hasn't it? Oh, let's put it out there. I picked up on the booty shake. There was so much to pick up on this number, but the reason I picked up on it, the freedom, the flexibility, the ease. You know, I've seen celebrities in the past. They've look at how cute is that? You know, this is our serious judge that's normally talking all things serious, and he's out there shaking his booty. What I would say to him from that foxtrot that's disciplined and controlled last week, when he does a Latin dance, I get worried that he lets his discipline go out the window. There were foot faults on there, and there were a couple of little errors. I think he's got a Latin dance again next week.
Okay,
control
Rumba.
the technique of the discipline of the ballroom with his freedom of body movement in the Latin. He'll do well.
And he'll do well. Perfect. Next up, the Great Balls of Fire. Ed and Katya. To Bruno's surprise, he said most of it looked like a jive. I thought he was phenomenal again.
He brought entertainment and he brought it to the Tower Ballroom. He's on a mission. He is so committed week after week after week. But what I spotted this week, I'm not sure if he's getting tired or if Katya's up in the choreography now. And what I've picked up on here, if we watch it, he's got that energy. He's living the dream. Now look, the eyes have gone down and he looks a little bit nervous for this one moment. He's going, what's happening? But this is our Ed Balls. Bosh, I'm back. I am not stopping. This is what we know and love this guy for. He brings us entertainment. Be careful, keep your energy up, Ed, all the way through this competition now.
Gosh, I need to lie down even watching them. OK, Danny and Oti, finally, who received the first 40 of the series, and deservedly so. I mean, I think he's had that coming.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
Len said it was almost choreography overload. There was so much in there. Have you ever seen so much in a Strictly Charleston?
And he was saying it in such a positive way.
Yeah.
I thought it was incredible. The reason I loved it, our male celebrities often will leave them standing and the professional lady will be running around. I would say when Danny came into the competition early on, his technical level was actually already quite high. So you could argue, was his improvement as big as someone like, say, Ed Balls? But look at this. He does not stop. The two of them have said, right, we'll show you, we're going to lift it again. He's equal to the other dancers on the floor. He's keeping up with the choreography. He's on the table, off the table. He's twisting his knees. He's syncopating his actions. He's using his arms. He's got emotion and energy in what he's doing. Absolutely incredible and worthy of the 10s.
Well done indeed. OK, we haven't had a demo. Come on.
My demos!
Karen,
Right, I tell you what we'll do. Here we go. I was getting all carried away there. Now, what we're seeing now is what I'm talking about, which is the layering effect. So we talked about the Monet. It's all the secret elements that are going on behind. So everybody at home, you need to move the rubbish bin in the kitchen behind you.
Yeah, nice.
And you need to do just a simple tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Now, not difficult, but if we layer that now and we do tap low, tap middle, tap high.
Oh, my Lord.
And then we add the arms. Tap low, tap middle, tap high. There we go. All about the layering. Add the layering, the secret messages behind choreography.
Fantastic. All right, someone's taken somebody out, haven't they, in the kitchen like that? Mine, my sausage. Karen Hardy, everybody. Now, you'll have heard the term faceography bandied around a lot this series, but it's been part of the Strictly makeup for years. Here to give us a rundown of the greatest facial choreography ever seen on the box, it's Strictly FM's leading DJs, Melvin and Jeanette.
Good evening, Strictly FM listeners. We are coming to you live from the Glitterball Archives, and we are here with the Cha-Cha Chart Show with me, MC Manrara.
And me, DJ Odu. So today we're counting down our top 5 faceography. Let's kick things off. Jeanette, before we start, real quick, what is faceography?
Oh, well, faceography is when you use your face to really tell the story. It's often what makes a dance go from success to showstopper. At number number 5 is comedian Mark Benton and his partner Iveta Lukashuta from Series 11.
It was his salsa in week 2 which first brought his facial capabilities to the judges' attention.
You're a joy to watch, you make me feel good.
But it was his cha-cha-cha in week 4 that really earned him his place in our countdown.
Mark, that was brilliant!
In 4th place is presenter Matt Baker, who brought the swinging 60s to the studio with his homage to Austin Powers. Yeah, baby!
Yes, not only did Matt kick off his routine with a backflip, but he also gave us one of Strictly's most memorable faces, complete with dog impression.
Oh, groovy, baby.
Now, Matt's the only dancer in Strictly Come Dancing history to end his routine with a dog bark. Oh, bravo. Excellent barkography there. Excellent barkography.
Melvin, that's not a thing.
Oh, yes. Wolfography. Bravo.
Let's move on.
Now, number 3 is everyone's favourite chef, Ainsley Harriott, and his dance partner, Natalie Lowe, spicing up the dance floor in Series 13.
Ainsley's face, or more specifically his eyebrow, came to our attention in his week 2 salsa. It wasn't just about the hips in that salsa, it was all about the face.
Oh, and look who it is at number 2, just missing out on the top spot is Jake Wood and his dance partner, hold on, it's Jamili... Jamik... Oh.
Jake Wood and me, Jeanette Manrara.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Jake Wood totally smashed it when he took on the salsa in week 2 of Series 12.
Now, for me, it wasn't just about his face in this dance, but his hip action was next level. Forget faceography, it was all about hipography in this.
Darling, that hip action could crack coconuts.
Ah, so many happy memories. Oh, he's definitely my favorite partner. Well, named Jake, of course.
Oh.
And claiming the #1 spot in our faceography chart, it's Susanna Reid and her partner Kevin Clifton.
First, there was a jive in week 1.
And then came the Charleston.
You use your face without question, and it is fantastic.
However, it was her salsa in week 12 that cemented her position as the queen of expression.
Susanna and Kevin may have been runners-up in Series 11, but they're #1 in our faceography chart.
I think we know which is the bigger achievement.
That's all we've got time for today. I've been Melvin Adum.
And I've been Jeanette Manrara.
Did we get that right? I don't think we did.
I don't know.
Anyways, keep dancing.
Oh, yeah.
I love this too. I think they need their own spin-off. Okay, Friday the 25th of November. Put it in your diaries, darlings, because...
Ask Craig
is back. Yes, if you have a question for Strictly's answer to Scrooge, then email it to ittakes2@bbc.co.uk or tweet us using the hashtag #ittakes2. Only the best questions will make the grade. But now, if you want to know what the kids are listening to these days, then you come to the wrong place. We only deal in classics here. It's time for Tunes on Tuesday.
getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
Now, we are going to be revealing a whopping 50% of this weekend's tracks, and that's because there are only 6 couples left. Where has the time gone? So what's first on the playlist tonight? I give you... Oh, yes, it's Justin Timberlake's 2003 hit, Cry Me a River, arguably one of the greatest breakup songs of all time, inspired by JT's own split with his childhood sweetheart, Britney Spears. He's never gotten over it. Just how many teardrops would it take, though, to cry a river? Good question. Well, according to our very loose calculations, to fill the River Thames, it would take 405,810 billion teardrops. Yeah. Or what Ore calls your average Saturday night. Bless him. I love you, Ore. So, who will be dancing to this watery tune? Here we go. wait for it. They're doing an Argentine tango. Oh, cannot wait to see what they think about that later in the show. Let's see what's next. Here we go.
Lean on me.
Lean on Me by Seal from his 2011 album Soul 2. The song was originally made famous. Hello, darling. Oh, shall I lean on you? Okay, thanks, sweetie. Karen, isn't she lovely? Originally made famous by Bill Withers. Is this threatening with my arm around your neck? What if I put it around your waist? Who didn't record his first song until he was 32. A late bloomer. This is making me feel nice.
I'm going to sleep.
A cuddle from Auntie Karen.
I'm sleeping.
You have a little nap. I know, you've got so many children. He wrote this song when he moved to LA from Slab Fork, West Virginia, and found himself missing the tight-knit community of his hometown. Nothing like an old friend, is there? Unless the old, obviously. Who will be hoping... Sorry, love, sorry. I'm older than you. Who will be hoping for plenty of support when they dance this on Saturday? With the audience tonight, Jadwinder and Oksana, they will be dancing the rumba to this. Right, time for our last song. Always a corker. Here we go. Yes, it is the song that shot the Rolling Stones to fame. I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Once branded the group that parents love to hate. Hello. The Rockers have outlasted all their 1960 contemporaries. Cameron, that's very good. Look, Claudia's like, who is Mick Jagger? In fact, the combined age of the current members is 289. But who... Go on, AJ, give it some welly. Who will be aiming to satisfy us with their moves like Jagger on Saturday night? Here we go. Tango to this. Ed Balls and the Rolling Stones, surely a match made in heaven. Gather, gather, let's all stand together and cuddle. If you want to find out what songs the rest... You're right down there, love. Rest of our couples will be dancing to this weekend, you can head to the Strictly website for a full list. What do you mean we look ridiculous standing? It's me, isn't it? It's me. I'd love to tell you I woke up looking like this, by the way. But the truth is, I've been getting some top tips from the Glam Squad for years, and here's how you can too. Here's Lisa Armstrong and her guide to mastering the art of makeup. I love you, my little Jaggers.
Hi, I'm Lisa Armstrong, the hair and makeup designer for Strictly Come Dancing. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the secrets that I've gained in the past 9 years of me working on the show.
Bounce.
So my first top tip when creating a Strictly Come Dancing makeup is we always start with the eyes. This basically makes sure that none of the droppage from the eye makeup falls onto the skin and ruins a perfect base. We always use an eye primer. This is basically to set the eyeshadow and make sure it doesn't move anywhere. So an essential staple product for a Strictly Come Dancing makeup look is the eyeliner. So you take a thin brush, start at the middle of the eye and lightly stroke the brush along the lash line. And you see how I can elongate that flick and make it a nice sharp point at the end. So a top tip if you do make a mistake is take a Q-tip, wrap it into a makeup wipe, and then you can just perfect the flick, like so. So let's face it, you can't be on Strictly Come Dancing without wearing a false eyelash. So I'm going to show you how to make sure that the eyelash fits your eye properly. So we take the eyelash and you just lay it across the lash line of the eye. It's not glued on, but we can see that we've got a nice shape running through the eye and into that beautiful eyeliner. A top tip also is to make sure the glue is a bit tacky before applying. So just take the lash on a downward angle and you just pop in the middle of the eye, bang. Just make sure it's right in the lash line. Make sure it's nicely fitted all the way along. Give it a couple of seconds and then you open your eye and there's a perfect lash. One question I get asked frequently is how to contour and what is contouring. Contouring is using the structure of your face to highlight and illuminate the face. So we use the dark, deeper shades and we go underneath your cheekbone to give you that beautiful structure. You then can go underneath where the jawline is to create more of a sharp jawline effect. Not that you really need to do this because you've got a great jawline. So you take your highlighter with a nice soft brush, and then you go on the top of the cheekbone. And you can see that beautiful shine over the top here. And we can use this down the T-zone to really brighten up the face. A little bit here, nicely blended, and a bit here. Then you would use your blusher, and that sits here to make a really beautiful cheek. So my last top tip is to show you how to create the perfect bulletproof red lip. So make sure your lip pencil is nice and sharpened, and do nice thick strokes along the lip line, making sure you go right into the inner corner of the mouth and making sure you never ever go over the line. Then you take your lipstick and then blend along into the lip line. And there you go.
Thank you to the ever-gorgeous Chloe and Lisa. Now, give me a C, give me an L, give me an... Actually, this could take a while, if you get the idea. It's Claudia and AJ.
It was full on, it was crisp, it was sharp.
The kicks, the flicks were tight. I really and truly loved it.
It showed off all your strengths. It was dynamic throughout. One tiny mistake, but still a spectacular performance.
Claudia and AJ are here! Well done to the two of you. I have to say, when Strictly comes to town in Blackpool, it's like the biggest night of the year, and you had to go out there first for everybody. I mean, was it scary?
It was really scary.
Yeah.
I just said to myself, just go out there, really enjoy it, get the party started, and we really did that. It was such an energetic song, and I really, really enjoyed it.
You were absolutely splendid. It was ridiculous. And I have to say, the jive really did blow the judges' minds, so much so that Craig said he would have given it a 10 if it hadn't been a tiny mistake. I mean, that's even more cruel, really, is it, to hear that? What was the tiny mistake? Do you know what sort of happened?
It was after we do this bit.
That bit, yeah.
Yeah, that bit. I don't really know the name of it.
What's that called, AJ?
Just the chassis.
Okay.
Just a couple of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was crazy because beforehand I nailed it every single time. So it was really, really weird that I went out there and for some reason I totally blanked out. And I was like, oh no, what's going on? And then after, because of the style of the dancing was knees up and jumping, I just started jumping up and down. And I was like, that will do.
Well, you did amazing. You're a true professional. You just bounced, caught the time and again, continued. Nobody have even noticed at home, probably.
I know, that's the amazing thing. And when you actually see it, once Karen had pointed it out, and you're like, you suddenly get it back. AJ, what do you do when something happens like that? Because this must happen to pros as well.
It happens to the best of us. It's happened to me in the past.
Yeah.
You just go with the flow. As Claudia said, do a couple of kicks, bounce a couple more times, pick it back up, nobody even notices.
And no one even noticed. Bruno was saying how you took the lead with all the other pro dancers up there with you, and Callum and Jacob, they're brilliant. How is it to dance with others, not just AJ?
It was actually amazing because obviously it wasn't just us two alone, and they worked so hard because we only had an hour with them. So we literally chucked them in. They learned it so quickly, and I was so cool because I had my posse with me, and I was like, "Come on, girls, let's go!" And the guys chucking me around. They were amazing.
Brilliant. The only thing is that you did end up in the middle of the leaderboard, and as we have less and less people there, it's quite a dangerous place to be. AJ, were you worried?
I was scared. Yeah, it was in the middle. You never know. Anybody kind of could go, and being in the middle, people think, oh, they're safe. They got like 4 9s. Yeah. Any normal week would be top of leaderboard, but the standard is so hard. So for us, we were a bit scared. We practiced it a lot afterwards because that mistake was not going to happen again if we were in the dance-off. And then obviously finding out we were in the dance-off, we were just a bit gutted. I know,
when they said it, when Tess said you were in the dance-off, my little girl Nellie, who absolutely loved you, she went, great, we get to see it again! And that was so lovely. She absolutely loved it. And that must have been quite, you know, as a competitor, to be able to do it again without a mistake must be, you know, I mean, I know it's a tricky situation, but a blessing in a way.
Yeah, I secretly wanted to do it again because I did make that mistake, and I was like, I really just want to nail it, and everyone was so happy after their performance because they did the best that they could, and I still felt like I was missing something because I didn't do that step right, so I thought if I got to do it again, I was just going to go out there and really try my best, and I did nail it, and I was so happy.
Yeah. I know, well done. I think everybody was like that with you. I mean, that was quite a tough situation as well. And it's never easy, but to go up against another Olympian, I mean, it must have been quite fierce out there.
Yeah, well, he's very competitive. I'm very competitive. But even before I went out, I gave him a hug, and I almost like cried because going against him, it was really, really hard. And obviously, I was never in that situation before, so it was the first time being in the dance-off. And either of us was going to go home, and I was looking at him like, I don't want you to go home. And it was horrible because we are so close, and I've built more of a friendship with him, and he's such a lovely person, and it really did break my heart.
Oh, but you got to stay. I tell you what broke my heart was seeing your mum and dad in the audience. Your mum was crying. I think all mums and dads watching were like, I feel like that about my girl, I think. Were they OK after? They must have been so relieved and so proud.
Yeah, they are so proud, and they said to me that you're so much more happy, and they said, you've always got a smile on your face every time going into training and stuff, and I'm literally in my element, and I don't really want to go home because I'm loving every moment on here.
AJ, your first dance-off as well. Were you scared?
I was... before we went on to dance-off, we both went into full-on competition mode. It was like, we knew we were in there, we were going to do it a million times, and then we just got on it. I think it was the best we did it as well.
Yeah.
Because I know you were so devastated.
Yeah.
You felt like you let us all down, but it was not true. You did amazing. And then to dance it again and to do it the best you've ever done, it was just...
Yeah.
It was so nice. And the audience loved it. So
They
the
did.
atmosphere in the tower was just amazing.
Something else, isn't it? And now you get to dance again. And like Karen said, keep that confidence. And you are doing the Argentine tango to Cry Me a River. Justin Timberlake. Oh, so what can you tell me so far?
The lifts are insane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
I got to have a really strong core.
Good for you, because you're a
which
gymnast.
Which is perfect for gymnastics.
Have you... is it, legs akimbo, everything goes everywhere, doesn't it?
It's cool. It's like... some bits are slow and some bits are fast. So at one point, I have my legs in the air and I have to do a slow motion to it. Wow. So I go fast and I go slow. So it's really trying to nail everything. Adrian was like, you need to focus and do really, really well on this dance.
It's not easy.
I absolutely love it.
Not easy.
Oh, see how the serious. And also, it's quite moody, isn't it? It's quite a dance.
I can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Go on, give us moody. Oh, yeah.
That's my game face on. That's what happened.
Yeah, that was the dance-off face. That was like, she's means
One of
business
the
now.
pros said to me, because obviously it's a smiley dance, and I stood there and I had this game face on. As soon as the music went on, I was like... So definitely that will work.
Also, you have the Cha-Cha Challenge this year. All of you out on the floor at the same time. AJ, you're used to doing competitions where you're out on the floor.
Love it.
How do you, get the judges to see you do something amazing and not watch another couple?
I think it's being confident in ourselves. We know what we're going to do. We're going to practice it hundreds of times, and we're going to be awesome doing it. Forget about everybody else on the floor. It's our floor. We're going to own it. Trying to forget about them.
And I think it's really important, like what Karen said there, is that don't let being the dance off,
No.
Right, you've got to keep that confidence.
If anything, we're going to be working harder and trying to save every single second in training just to make sure it's the best dance we've ever done, because I've never done an Argentine tango before, so I'm so excited. So
exciting, Claudia. Good luck. And AJ, I know you both had lots of fun in Blackpool. Claudia and AJ! That's all we have time for tonight. A huge thank you to all our gorgeous guests. I'll be back here tomorrow at 6:30, joined by Paso, Royalty, Louise and Kevin, plus Ian Waite returns for a warm-up. Until then, good night.